of the Betfair World Championship.
This performance great. What victories in this match, and he may need more to secure a 5th world crown. Victory here today would surely rank as one of snooker's all-time great performances. Can he do what many said was absolutely impossible? Ladies and gentlemen, he's your defending champion. Blink and you'll miss him, the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, Ronnie and Barry's families are both here for this afternoon session. You just can't beat this sometimes. Fantastic. Best of 35 frames final. We have another 8 frames to play this afternoon and the possibility of 10 more this evening. Now, we know the good weather may have a draw for you today, but we reckon this final has even greater pulling power. It certainly does for Ken Doherty and John Virgo. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Hazel.
Thank you,
Good afternoon, everybody. And this is the final day of the Betfair World Championship, and what a tournament it's been for Barry Hawkins. Now, what has he got left in the locker against the genius, really, there is, Ronnie O'Sullivan? But he's stayed with him so far, Ken.
Yes, he certainly had. He's done fantastically well, stood up to the challenge. And how crucial will that last frame be, John? Last night, the black ball finish gave Ronnie a little bit of light between him and Barry Hawkins. There you see the long pot success, 93% from O'Sullivan, 92% from Barry Hawkins. What a wonderful atmosphere. Both players, and a fantastic ovation they received coming into this wonderful Crucible Theatre. And there's a very interesting spectator, Ronnie Jr. in the middle there. That's Ronnie's son. I wonder what he's thinking.
He went for it. He thought the only red he could leave was the one he was playing, and that's the one he's left. This is it, as I say. If you get close to the jaws, the red would have stayed at this end, but it didn't. And he's left Ronnie an easy starter.
One.
He's a little bit careless. He played on the blue. Now, whether he just assumed the blue was on its spot, but he's overran and he's looking at the pink. It's a bit more difficult.
Seven.
Looks to be a little bit straight on this red. Down the right hand cushion. Would have loved to have a lovely angle, just come off 2 cushions for the black. May decide to go back up the table.
8.
Again, wrong side of the blue. And that will certainly annoy him. Plenty of room to work for there.
As you can see there, when we moved in over Ronnie's shoulder, as Ken said, he was too straight on the blue to do anything. And the problem is,
13.
He's on this red to the right corner, but I don't think the black's that accessible. Good shot needed if he's going to play for it. Well, decided
14.
to try and screw back and finish on the pink. Misjudged it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 14.
There's a man who knows all about World Championships. Absolute genius on the dartboard. Phil Taylor. And of course, Stephen Fry, legend. And Damien Hirst, who's a big supporter of Ronnie's. Always here at the tournament backstage. I'm just talking about Damien Hirst, Ken. I mean, it's good to have somebody with you because it's quite a lonely life otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been great company for him. And, it's always nice to have somebody in your dressing room, someone you can talk to, and someone helping you relax. And certainly that man has been a great friend to Ronnie.
One.
Well, he would have loved to just kiss that blue just another maybe inch or so. He's still okay on the blue, but just because the cue ball is so close, it makes it a little bit more difficult. He's got to be careful he doesn't push this. Well, that's an excellent shot. It's so difficult, those shots. As we look at the fantastic opening
6.
red.
Mm.
7.
I think he may have overdone this. Needs to slow up to be on the pink. He's a little unlucky there, in all honesty, but he just didn't judge how it came off the second red. Where's the cue ball going? Close, but I'll tell you what, he's done well to get this far
13.
up the table.
Yeah, he's going to require another good shot with the rest here because these are so tricky. We can drop onto the black here. Oh, excellent shot. That's a fantastic shot.
14.
He's on the black and he's got a nice angle to hold the cue ball with the reds just to the left of the black here. Oh, that's a wonderful shot. Excellent shot. And now set up a fantastic opportunity here for
21.
Ronnie. That was well controlled, John. Excellent shot.
Yeah, and it always amazes me the red he played with the rest. You know, he plays so many shots left-handed, you think using the rest would be a weakness. He doesn't use it that often, but just doesn't seem to be any department of the game that he's weak in.
.22.
Well, that was a strange shot. Do you know, I really think he was undecided there which ball to play for. And in the end, it's finished. Well, not good on the black, not good on the pink, looking at the difficult blue. And it found him out. It found him out.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Poor
22.
positional shot off the red, as I say. I think he played it before he decided which ball to play on.
Yeah, a little bit surprised he didn't like try and, even when he was potting that red, is try and get even between the pink and the black. It looked like he was trying to come up the table and have the pink into one of these bottom corner pockets, but landed in nowhere in land. Now, if he pots that red and leaves the cue ball between pink and black, he's got a good choice. But landed in no man's land. Chance for Barry Hawkins.
1.
Yeah, a good pot that. Unfortunately, Barry comes to the table and there's those 4 reds near the top cushion. They're out of commission. Obviously, the 3 reds to the in between the pink and black. One of them will go. He's just not got the right angle on the pink. He's going to have to do a bit of work with the cue ball here. Played the cannon. And I think it's okay. He's going to be slightly hampered by the black. But I don't think he has to do much with the cue ball. So it makes this a little bit easier. He's trying to see if he could slip by the side of the black, but as I say, he doesn't have to do much to get position.
8.
Played it very well.
Come back.
Yeah, a couple
15.
of reds and colours, but the problem will be, as you said, John, those 4 reds. Close to the top cushion.
16.
Now when he puts this pink, and try and get a nice angle off that red that's just to the left of the black. If he leaves the cue ball, when he puts this pink, he gets onto the red. He's just got to leave the cue ball almost exactly where the red is now. If he leaves it exactly where the red is now, when potting the red,
22.
he'll have a lovely angle on the black to try and disturb these 4 reds.
23.
And I think, John, these 2 reds just to the left here, one of them is going towards this left-hand corner pocket. So a nice connection on this red, and one of these should be over the corner pocket here. Well, he's overhit it.
30.
Yeah, it certainly didn't turn out as he would have wanted. In actual fact, he only released one of the reds. He was hoping to bring 2 or 3 of them into play, but he's run out of position. But he's right back in it, just 6 points behind. Oh, he should have put that red near the side
30.
cushion. That's a dangerous thing to leave Ronnie a red like this. That red should have been tight against the side cushion. Give Ronnie an opportunity here. Good cueing needed, but we know what he's capable of. He's missed it, and once that red run along the top cushion and hit the 3 reds, he could have left something easy on here. Wasn't happy with that one. Yeah, asking for the extended rest, so the pink has come to Ronnie's rescue for the red in the middle of the table. Big day for the Hawkins family. On the right, his father Steve. Next to him is his mother Caroline. And next to the mum, sister Tanya. What a day it is for them, and they'll be so proud of Barry and so proud of the way he's performed in this match when most people were writing him off. Got to be careful here he doesn't knock a red over the right corner. Well, he knew it was going towards the right corner, so he played it with enough pace to come on and off the cushion. Needs to get a better length than that. Okay. The last long red that he left Ronnie missed, but he's not going to keep missing them. The blue's just making it slightly awkward. Well, this time he went for it, and he's not got away with it. It run across and developed the reds. What a chance this is now for Barry Hawkins. He looks at the scoreboard, Barry, as we watch that, and it run across, released the red. He's looked at the scoreboard. If he can get high-value colours with these 4 remaining reds. He may not need the green.
Yeah, he was doing his calculations, wasn't he? 4 reds, 4 blacks. 6 behind before he came to the table. That will put him 26 ahead with 27 on, so he will need the yellow. It's one of those situations where players are thinking 4 or 5 shots ahead, you know, doing the calculations,
8.
wondering, there he goes, look, he's having a look at the scoreboards. He's working it out in his mind, exactly what he's going to need before Ronnie possibly need a snooker. 4 reds, 4 blacks and a yellow, 28 in front, 25 on the table. And I suppose the good thing from
9.
Barry Hawkins' point of view, that red on the left-hand side of the table is not too bad for a left-hander.
Now imperative in potting this red, he gets a good angle on the black
16.
to drop on that awkward last red.
$17.
Now I'm looking at his body language. Has he just got enough angle? I think he has, just to force it over. Perfect. Well, can he reach without
24.
having to use the rest?
Yep.
I thought he may be able to come from it from the side, but he's using the rest. He's got the perfect angle on the red. And as Ken said, by taking blacks with these remaining reds, he only needs the yellow to leave Ronnie needing a snooker. Well played, and he's finished nicely on the black. So the black and the yellow will put him in the snooker's required stage. He studied that scoreboard long and hard when he first came to the table. He knew what he had to do, and he's done really well here.
32.
And looks very comfortable in a nice, comfortable zone, he seems to be, to me, Ken.
Yeah, he's got a nice momentum, composure. Nice angle on this yellow as well to try and nudge this green towards this middle pocket. And that'll do. Nice shot. Brings the green into play.
Yeah, and of course he knows the importance, although it's one snooker needed, it's not the biggest order. He wants this green in. And in it goes! Superb pot!
$41.
Well, have a look at this for a shot. Needs to run a little bit more, but
Yeah, it won't matter now, because no matter what happens, Ronnie will concede. And Ronnie had a great chance in the frame. He just played a very loose positional shot, which will have annoyed him.